somehow deliver those digital photos either through a Dropbox that you're going to set up online or something. And so you'll deliver the photos, you deliver this, and the office will have a policy of how long it'll take. And by the way, what most Weichert offices do, and again, this is not you creating the pages, the custom pages, which I'm going to show you in a minute. It's the office doing it. And we don't want you guys being an administrator and doing, you know, desktop publishing, okay? We want you taking it out and selling with it, okay? So it's going to be dropped off, and in most offices, a doors creation trumps everything else, just about. Like if you went on a doors first step visit in the morning, and the only time you could get an appointment with them was that evening, the office will do backflips to drop other things that may not be as time sensitive and get this done. Y'all follow? Because we're in the business of getting listings, right? I mean, if we don't get listings, we have nothing. I mean, that's the most important activity we got going on, okay? So you bring this in, the office will have established after we do some work, and Mark's going to do some work with you guys to establish what the time frame would be for you to come back, and then you need to know where you just go pick this back up and head out the door. You follow? And it's customized.
It's ready.
I'm making it sound simple.
Where do you want me to put it?
I'm making it sound simple, and it is simple, but it takes about 35 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes for an administrator to create all this. Now, what's missing here, this one hadn't been completely done yet, is also there will be 10 or 20 business cards stuck right here. Did Marty show you those? Mm-hmm. And so when you sit down, you'll sit down, and the first thing you'll do is pull these out and say, hey, listen, and you hand them to them. That's just the first thing. You hand them to them. And they start looking at them, and you say, listen, we know a lot of sellers like to let their co-workers and their family and friends know that they're selling their house, so we have these made for you so you can hand them out, okay?
And that'll be the end of the story.
I'm telling you, agents tell me all the time, that they will stop at that point and fill out the paperwork and fill out the listing paper. Literally, it's crazy because of those freaking things. And no one has ever done. And the reports I get from agents, it's usually with their most experienced clients, the ones that are corporate transferees that had to sell houses all the time, and they whip in there with something new like this, as simple and basic and and it just blows them away. Okay. So that's the first thing you do, you hand them those. And then there's also what's called the leave behind. The office is going to be inventorying these dividers, and it's a cover. We'll try to find one before we get out of here this week. But it's stuck in here, and it's full 8.5 by 11. It's bound. You know, see, they got one of those slip things on it. You know, it's got a picture of their house on the front. And it's got CMA information. It's got a lot of this information in it, okay? And so it's stuck in here. So when we sit down at the table, we go, pretend like this is the leave behind, okay, even though it isn't. So it's in here, and we give them the cards, and then we go, listen, now I know we're going to cover a lot tonight, and there's a lot of information in this binder. I obviously can't leave this binder with you, but I have all the information in this leave behind right here that I'll leave with you tonight as soon as we list the house, okay? So you'll have that. Now, what do you think of this picture? Did y'all hear what I just did? Who heard me?
I did.
Well, what technique did I just use?
You said as soon as we list it.
So
you're.
You know what that's called?
Assumed.
It's a takeaway. That's an old technique, you know, sales. By the way, are y'all salespeople?
Yes.
Good. Glad to hear it. I never felt bad about being a salesperson. I liked it. I always thought people needed a salesperson. And I'm from a university family. Nobody's in business in my family. They're all, you know, teachers and that kind of stuff. But I never had a problem. You'd be amazed how many realtors do not feel comfortable calling themselves a salesperson. I mean, it's amazing. And it doesn't sound like any of y'all are in here. I'll talk to agents. They go, you know, well, how'd you get in real estate business? Well, I love people. Well, go ride a damn bus. You know, there's people on the road.
Well, we're that too.
So, huh?
We're that too.
All right. Yeah.
Just
So,
don't mistake.
so that was a takeaway. You follow? Now, in my mind, every sales technique, every word that comes out of my mouth when I'm interacting with a consumer, better have their interests at the top of the heap. Okay? Now, if I had said, oh, by the way, I've got all this information in here that I'll just leave with you, have I helped them walk through the process of getting their house listed with the right person?
No.
No. I've probably hindered the process, haven't I? Because all of a sudden, it's as subtle as, I don't have to pay as much attention to it. I don't have to be as engaged because it's here for me. Okay, so these little bitty subtle sales techniques are designed to help these people move along and accomplish what they want. So now, let me show you what I mean by custom what time is it?
10:30.
Oh, okay, good. We'll take a break in a minute. Stand up and stretch, and come back. Custom elements. You'll see that there are these big pages, but then this 8.5 by 11 was done incorrectly. Who put this together?
We didn't put this
They came from corporate like
We
that.
did, yeah, we
Did
didn't do
they
anything.
really?
They did.
Yeah, we didn't open
We
them.
changed it for you.
Oh, it's the law.
Who in the hell did that?
It's supposed to pull up, huh? Wow.
That is amazing. We got somebody new. I'm telling you right now, there's somebody new up at corporate.
No, we got somebody new.
Sorry. I take responsibility for it. That's almost funny. Except that we have an
Except it's
orientation
not.
problem. It's not, right. So, what this is,
That should not be glued there.
no, it should not.
We're
That's-
taking a space to pull out so you can put something else in, right?
we take a break, I'm gonna call Pete. and say,
Somebody can hear it.
Okay, if you see this, that is should be able to just pull right out, just come out. It's just slipped in there. The static holds it in place. Some offices use one little piece of low tack double-sided tape. You follow? That puts it in there, okay? But it's a picture of what?
Their house.
Their house. Why do we not want or let you guys create these?
Consistency?
Correct. And this becomes a picture of you. Happens all the time. Okay? So this is a custom element that's created every time there's a new doors made. And it's a picture of their house. Okay? So that's a custom element. Yeah, because see now these pages are ruined. The big ones are ruined.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is fun. This is the first. I've never had this. These are custom elements. Okay? Yeah, they've gone. Somebody's gone through.
Maybe
here.
because Marty was presenting, they didn't want them to move during shipping or anything, so they were securing them for that.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the first time.
That's the ticket.
I don't know. If I find out this case, that's as dumb also. Because it zips up. I mean, it's just nothing's coming out. So anyway, okay. So custom element. You get it? These are the interior photographs of their house. These are the only 2 pages that might not be able to be customized in the exception situation where you're forced into a one visit. You follow? But everything else so far, which is one picture, you could drive by the front, right? And you'll see that everything else beyond this is just the front picture of the house. Okay? So you can do everything but this. But if it was listed before, you could probably go ahead and whip these out right of the other agent's pictures. And it's just a different conversation when you get this page, which we'll explain. Okay? So this is a static element. It's not customized every time. That's Jim, where we talk about it. I'm going to teach these pages to you guys here in just a little bit. This is a custom element, but just every so often. This is a picture of you guys, your team. Okay? So, depending on recruiting volume, it would depend on how often you would change that page. Static element, static, okay? Not customized every time. Customized every so often. We'll send a new one out. This just shows the affiliations online that we have through the Lead Network, okay? Custom element. This is showing their house in websites. Static, static, custom. See, that's their house. Postcards. Static, 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 static. Custom. This is the different ways to, rate sheet on how to buy the house. Okay, your lender partner. Static, static. Customize every so often. This is your brag page. Okay, where you put yourself in there. Static, static, custom. You follow? Okay, so all of these custom elements will be inserted, and the doors will be created with the cards in it and the lead behind. And then you go back out there and do your thing, okay? And do the presentation, all right? Now, can we take like a 5-minute break? And when we come back, I'll get you all a dialogue booklet for this, and we'll start talking about each page. And this is hilarious.
Thanks, Don.
I gotta call.